Hello students, today we will learn the one of a illustration relating to computation of a taxable professional income. See the illustration number 1. See the illustration. Dr. Kiran is a registered medical practitioner. From the following income and expenditure for the year ending 31st March 2020, prepare a statement showing his income from profession, means taxable income from a profession for the assessment year 2020-21. Now see the income and expenditure. So here the income and expenditure account is given. So on the debit side they have given the expenditure. So I'll read out one by one. Household expenses rupees 20,000, car purchase rupees 30,000, traveling expenses rupees personal rupees 4,000, charity and donations rupees 1,000, income tax rupees 2,000, salaries rupees 8,000, gift to daughter rupees 7,000, establishment expenses rupees 1,000, surgical equipments rupees 4,000, books 1,200, life insurance premium rupees 2,000, wealth tax rupees 1,000, interest on capital rupees 1,000. On the credit side, receipts, consultation fees rupees 10,000, visiting fees rupees 20,000, race winnings gross value rupees 10,000, share proceeds of an ancestral house rupees 24,000, profit on sale of shares rupees 6,000, dividend on shares rupees 5,000, interest on POSB account rupees 6,000, presents from patients rupees 2,000, bad debt recovered not allowed earlier rupees 2,600, interest on fixed deposit 5,300. So the surplus in the income and expenditure account is 8,700. So total of both the side 90,900. So the rate of depreciation allowable on car and surgical equipment is 15% and on books 40%. So here they have given income and expenditure account with the help of income and expenditure account of the previous year ending on 31st March 2020. Here we have to prepare a taxable income from a profession. So here Dr. Kiran, he is a doctor, registered medical practitioner. So here the profession is nothing but he is Dr. Kiran is working as a professional, as a medical practitioner. Whatever the receipt he received from his profession is given under the receipt side or income side of a income and expenditure account, and whatever the expenses incurs by him is given on the debit side of a or expenditure side of a income and expenditure account. So with this information we have to compute the taxable income from his profession. So what is the format to compute the taxable income from profession? So the format for computation of professional income is we have to draw 3 column, particulars and 2 amount column. Under that we have to take only the professional related receipt and professional related expenses. So the difference is nothing but the taxable income from profession. So firstly we have to take all the profession related incomes. So we have to total, then we have to deduct only the professional related expenses. So the difference is nothing but the taxable income from his profession. So on that income he has to pay a tax under section 28 while computing his gross total income. So here we have to remember one point, that while computing the taxable professional income we have to consider only the professional receipt as well as professional expenses. We have to ignore all other income and expenses and we have to consider only the professional receipt and professional expenses. So now we'll see this illustration. So Dr. Kiran is a medical practitioner. From the following income and expenditure account of a year ending 31st March 2020, we have to prepare a statement showing his income from profession is nothing but taxable income from his profession. So as per format we have to take first the professional receipt. So to write the professional receipt we have to see the income side of a income and expenditure account. In the income and expenditure account, income will be given on the credit side. So we can see here the incomes. So here we have to take only the professional related incomes. So as a doctor he is receiving a consultation fees. So it is taken as his professional income. So this income we have to take under the professional receipt. Under the head professional receipt, we have to take the first item, that is consultation fees. Next, second one is visiting fees. As a doctor, the patient visits to his clinic and he is receiving his visiting fees. So that is also taken as his income he is earning from that profession. So visiting fees also we have to add under professional receipt. Race winnings, it is not relating to profession, so we have to ignore. Race winning is not relating to profession, we have to ignore. Then share proceeds of an ancestral house. So he is received a share in the ancestral house, so that is not relating to profession, so we have to ignore. Profit on sale of share is not relating to his profession. As a doctor, he is not receiving any profit from a sale of share, so this one also we have to ignore. Dividend on share also we have to ignore, it is not relating to our profession. Interest on POSB account also we have to ignore, it is not relating to a profession. Presents from a patient, so being as a doctor he is received a present from his patients, so it is taken as a professional receipt. Okay, so the present what he received, present or a gift what he received from his patients or his clients is taken as a professional income. So this 2000 we have to add under the professional receipt. Bad debt recovered not allowed earlier, it is not relating to profession, so we have to ignore. Then interest on fixed deposit also not relating to profession, so we have to ignore. So under the professional receipt head, we have to take only 3 items. So that is a consultation fees 10,000, visiting fees 20,000 and presents from patients 2,000. So after that we have to total that professional receipt. Then we have to take the next we have to deduct the professional expenses here. So we'll see one by one the relating to expenses relating to the profession. So household expenses is not relating to profession, it is a personal, so we have to ignore. Car purchased, so here we should not take any asset here. Under the head professional expenses we should not take any asset, only the depreciation we can charge on the assets. Like if there is office equipments, then we can charge a depreciation, or if there is a surgical equipments, then we can charge a depreciation. If there is a books, motor car, then also we can charge a depreciation under the professional expenses. So here capital assets we should not taken, so because here we are taking any expenses which is a revenue in the revenue nature. So capital expenditure is it incurs once in a year, it should not be taken. What is the expenses incurs regularly, that we have to take. So the car expenses we should not take, but we can car purchased we should not take as a professional expenses. They are purchasing car once, right? So it is not taken. But depreciation we can charge on this car. So 30,000, on this 30,000 we can charge a depreciation. So only the depreciation is allowable. In the case of car purchased, only depreciation is allowable. So car purchase we should not take. Traveling expenses is relating to personal, so we should not take. Charity and donations, that is his personal expenses, it is not relating to profession, we should ignore. Income tax is personal, we should ignore. Salaries, fees 8,000. So as being a medical practitioner, he has to pay some salaries to his staff. So in the clinic, he might be appointed some of the staff, for them he has to pay the salaries. So that is his professional related expenses. So the salary what he paid is given on the expenditure side. So it is nothing but it is relating to profession. So we have to deduct this professional salary. Then gift to daughter, gift given to daughter is not relating to profession, we should ignore. Then establishment expenses were relating to a profession. It is the establishment expenses given on the debit side and the expenditure side is nothing but it is the establishment expenses incurred on that profession. So we have to take establishment expenses. Then surgical equipment, so doctor he has to purchase some of the equipments relating to surgeries or surgical equipments. So that is taken as a capital asset, but we can charge only depreciation on the surgical equipment. So for the we can charge depreciation on the surgical equipment, that is for the doctors. So on the surgical equipments, so on the surgical equipments we can charge only the depreciation. We should not take 4,000 value, only depreciation we can write on the under the professional expenditure head. Then books. So here for books also, for the professional related, he has purchased a books. So for that he made a payment of rupees 1200. So books value we should not take, only the depreciation on books we can charge under the professional expenditure. Life insurance premium is not relating to profession, so we have to ignore. Wealth tax is not relating to profession, is we have to ignore. Interest on capital also it is not relating to the personal, so we have to ignore. So only the professional related income as well as professional related expenses we have to take. So income we have 3 items, and expenses we have depreciation on car, salaries, establishment expenses, depreciation on surgical equipments, depreciation on books. So here the rate of depreciation, here they have given clearly, rate of depreciation allowable on car and surgical equipments is 15%. Car and surgical equipment is 15%, and on books is at 40%. So if they give any date of purchase for any asset, then we have to consider we have to charge the depreciation as per the section 32. That is, if that asset is used in the business for more than 180 days, then we have to charge full depreciation. If that asset is used in the business for less than 180 days, then we have to charge 50% depreciation. So this is about the rule for computation of income from a profession for the medical practitioner. So here the profession income he is earning from a profession is, his profession is a medical practitioner. So being a medical practitioner, we have to find what is his taxable income from a profession with the help of this income and expenditure account. So we'll calculate we'll work out the solution now. So solution number 1. So write heading computation of a taxable professional income. Taxable income from profession, or a taxable professional income. Taxable income from profession of Dr. Kiran for the assessment year 2020-21. So we'll calculate the taxable income from his profession. So draw 3 column, particulars and 2 amount column. So particulars and 2 amount column. So here we have to compute the taxable income from a profession. So what is the format to compute this taxable income from profession? So this is the format for computation of taxable professional income. So that is we have to take professional receipt first. After that we have to deduct the professional expenses. So we will arrive at taxable income from profession. So now we'll take the professional receipt first. So write the heading professional receipt. So under the professional receipt head, we have to take all the professional income, all the income relating to his profession. So whatever the income he receives being a doctor, so that income we have to take here. So to write, we have to see if they give income and expenditure account, we have to see the income side of a income and expenditure account. So here on the income side, they have given consultation fees is 10,000, visiting fees 20,000, and present from patient 2,000. So these are the professional related income, and other income is not relating to profession, it is relating to some of the personal income, and it is relating to some of the income which is taxable under the other head, but it is not relating to the professional income. So we have to write only the professional related income. So the under that first one is consultation fees rupees 10,000. So write consultation fees. So it is rupees 10,000. Next is so the second one is a visiting fees rupees 20,000. So visiting fees value is rupees 20,000. So that is a visiting fees income he received. Then race winning is not relating to professional income, it is taxable under other head. So here they are asked to compute only the professional income, so ignore other head income here. Profit from sale of shares or share proceeds of an ancestral house, dividend on shares, interest on POSB account. So these are not relating to the income from profession. So next income is present from patients, rupees 2,000. So presents from his patient. So that is rupees 2,000 presents he received, so that is taxable. Then only that much is a professional income. Bad debt recovered and interest on fixed deposit is not relating to profession. So we'll take now we'll total it. 10,000 plus 20,000 plus 2,000 is equal to 32,000. So total of professional receipt is 32,000. So on this it is nothing but the income he is earning from his profession is 32,000. So this 32,000, entire 32,000 is not taxable income. So for that income he can claim deduction. He can reduce his income from a profession by deducting the expenses what he incurs relating to that profession. So professional expenses we have to deduct here. Professional expenses or professional payments we have to deduct. So under that, to write this professional expenses, we have to see the expenditure side of a income and expenditure account. So here household expenses is not relating to profession. Then car purchased is relating to profession. Surgical equipment, so that is about depreciation. We'll calculate the depreciation later together. Then traveling expenses is relating to personal, not taken as a professional. Charity donation personal. Income tax is a personal. Salaries is relating to professional payments or professional expenses. So we have to take salaries first, rupees 8,000. So write salaries rupees 8,000. Next gift to daughter is not relating to professional payment. Then establishment expenses, it is relating to office and administrative expenses of a profession. Salaries and establishment expenses is relating to the office and administrative expenses. For all the professions they have to pay the salaries and even they have to incur the establishment expenses. So salaries 8,000, establishment expenses 1,000 is relating to profession establishment expenses. That is rupees 1,000 is a professional establishment expenses. So next is a surgical equipment depreciation we have to calculate. Books also depreciation also we have to calculate. There is no other item. So now we'll write depreciation. So depreciation. So under the depreciation we have to calculate the depreciation first on car. So depreciation on car we have to calculate. So what is the value of car is given, that is 30,000. Car value is 30,000. And here the rate of depreciation for the car, rate of depreciation allowable on car and surgical equipment is 15%. So car depreciation is 15%. 30,000 into 15% is the depreciation. After that we have to check whether the date of purchase is given. So here date of purchase is not given. So the full depreciation we have to calculate. So 30,000 into 15%. So 30,000 into 15% is equal to rupees 4,500. Then next depreciation we have to calculate on surgical equipments. On surgical equipments. So what is the value of surgical equipments given in the question? So that is rupees 4,000. On this 4,000 we can charge a depreciation. So 4,000 into the rate of surgical equipment, depreciation on a surgical equipment is 15%. And here this equipments relating to surgery is date of purchase is not given. So we have to charge full depreciation. 4,000 into 15%, that is equal to 600. And next depreciation we have to calculate on books. So on books, so what is the value of books given here? 1,200. So the rate of depreciation on books is 40%. So 1200 into 40 percentage. Even here also they have not given about the date of purchase of a books. So we have to charge full depreciation. 1200 into 40 percentage is equal to 480. So the total depreciation is equal to 5580. And next to see any other professional expenses is left out. So everything is done. Life insurance premium is relating to personal, wealth tax personal, interest on capital personal. So there is no other information, additional information also consider. So total professional expenses, professional related expenditure is equal to 14,580. So next we have to take the difference. Professional receipt minus professional payments or expenses is equal to 17,420. 17,420 is a taxable income from profession. So Dr. Kiran has to pay a taxes on this income. 17,420 income he has to pay tax under section 28. He did not pay taxes on this. His total income 32,000, that is a professional receipt 32,000. He can claim a deductions relating to professional expenses and he can pay a tax on 17,420 income what he earned from his profession. So that is nothing but taxable income from profession. So this is about this illustration. So this illustration is very important. This question is asked for the year 2015 year, 2017 year and 2019 year question paper for section B. Means for the 8-mark question it is very important. Computation of a taxable income from a profession is very important. 2015 and 17 and 19 year question paper, same question is asked. So this is about this illustration. Hope you understood this illustration. Now see the illustration number 2, similar illustration. This is a homework for you. Mr. Apurva is a registered medical practitioner. He has prepared the following income and expenditure account for the year ending 31st March 2019. You are required to prepare the statement showing his income from profession for the assessment year 2020-21. So here they have given the income and expenditure account. The debit side shows about expenses and credit side shows about the incomes. See here. Income side, consultation fees 20,000, visiting fees 40,000, race winnings 20,000, share in proceeds of an ancestral house 48,000, profit on sale of shares 12,000, interest on fixed deposit 10,600, dividend on shares 10,000, interest on POSB account 12,000, gift from patients 4,000, bad debt recovered disallowed earlier 5,200, wealth tax 2,000, and expenditure side, household expenses 40,000, car purchased 60,000, traveling expenses 8,000, charity and donations 2,000, income tax 4,000, salary 16,000, gift to daughters 14,000, establishment expenses 2,000, surgical equipments 8,000, books 2,400, LIC premium 4,000, interest on capital 2,000. Both the side total is 1,81,800. Other information, traveling expenses is relating to personal. Then depreciation on car and surgical equipment is 15%. On books it is 40%. At present the depreciation rate on books is at present depreciation rate of a book is 40%. So with this information you have to compute the same income from profession. So the same illustration, the amount just they have doubled the amount. So you have to work out this illustration. Here the traveling expenses is relating to personal is given, so it should not be taken as a professional expenses. If traveling expense is relating to profession, if they give, then we have to take it as a professional expenses. So rest are the same. This also same, it is not given here. Here they have not given in bracket, instead they have given in the adjustment, that's it. So similar illustration is this. So you have to work out this illustration. It's a homework for you.